When the half-fiend Skara reaches out to her father in the abyss, all eyes turn to Grim for help. To the humans, he is a mysterious ranger. To the elves, he is a guardian who can fulfill a 1,000-year-old prophecy. But Skara knows he's a monster. Grim the Knoll is an incredible book series by Ted Woolley that you can find on Amazon and Kindle. Check it out when you look up Ted Woolley, Wooley. You are listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Hello, Tomies, and welcome to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. I am DM Dave, and to the left I have
Henley, Boudreaux, Tuck,
and Fenrir. And today's joke, this joke comes from, this had happened, almost a year ago, back in May. Me and Becky were on a podcast, another fellow streamers, called Rosemary PG Studios. Go check them out, their YouTube channel. Family friendly as well. We love them there. But Becky had some cats there. And I was a little hungry, and I wanted some munchies. And I accidentally took some of her cat's medicine. Don't ask me, meow.
boo! You cat to be kitten, meow.
Although I did really have, cats.
Mm-hmm.
I got inspiration when they walked in frame.
Yeah. Every time they walked in front of the camera. Inspiration. Okay. It is Tick's recap
Yes.
for this episode. Tell us, Tick, if anything happened last night. I don't think there was much that happened yet last time.
No, there's not really a whole lot that happens. We was talking to the little cat lady she is a lady. I figured that she is a lady. That we tied up, and Fanny decided she wasn't tied up enough, so he sat on her, and she's been lying, and Henley found poison and daggers in her bag, and I tell them that goblins don't just attack for no reason. Duh, we're smart sometimes. And then, and then she kept lying and lying and lying. And then she said something about Henley being the piece that she needs to get to your links. And I like your links. He was always a nice guy to me. So I decided she's not worth it. Especially she's going to put our party in danger. So I get her, slit her throat. Cut that if that's too much. You cut that. It's a big man in the sky. Okay, and then Boudreaux didn't like that very much. He said that he's angry with me, and he stormed off. And then he's praying and fighting with himself over there in the corner. And I don't know, acting crazy. Also, apparently, I have a note here that's supposed to say WWLD. That's it.
WW what?
WWLD.
W what?
What would Lila do?
Here we go. Okay. So, here's a question for the group. Would you like to fast forward? Or is there some stuff that you would like to do in the moment here?
Henley wanted to ask Boudreaux if he'd do a service for the lioness.
That's right, because you Henley and
him.
Fenrir were digging a little hole, a little grave for her.
No, just a hole.
Just a hole?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Boudreaux, Henley asks you.
Boudreaux, would you do a little service for the lioness?
What kind of service?
Just say a few words. Dedicate her grave? I don't know. You're the cleric.
No.
Oh. You don't want to?
I'm a shaman.
I knew that was coming.
As a shaman, would you dedicate her grave? or say some nice things?
Oh, yeah, I can do something like that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We just finished the grave. Fenrir and I moved to stone over it. You want to come over now?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. This way.
He walks over with her.
And you probably see like just some fresh dirt. We've covered it up and we've moved like some semblance of a headstone there.
Boudreaux reaches for his gourd, and it's not there. So he looks at Quackek in his brain and goes, "Help."
Help. Help. You can use the staff.
But how?
And
Want me
then
to,
he
whack it a couple times?
and he, kind of with your permission, he's going to take control for a little bit. He kind of in your mind, reaches out. Because how I can imagine you two are talking, you have the staff, you guys are person to person talking, but in your mind, and he reaches out for you to kind of hand him the staff.
So Boudreaux would do it, but only if it feels more like he's guiding Boudreaux's body rather than taking it over.
That's what it would be more, yes.
Okay. Boudreaux allows it. He hands the staff over to Quackek in the brain.
Okay. So this is kind of guiding you, right? He has you reach down, take a clump of the dirt that they made the grave, and he sprinkles it on the staff. And he says this little quiet prayer, which you hear in a lizard folk tongue, of course. And it's very much like blessing this creature to travel on to Kundas for his judgment. And may his judgment be righteous upon this creature, and this creature may be put into a new form that will help them learn what they were not able to learn in this lifetime. Then he takes kind of that dirt that fell into the kind of the grooves of the staff, and as he's saying the prayer, he's sprinkling it over the grave.
And then he gives it back.
Yes.
Boudreaux takes the staff, his body back. That was beautiful.
You say that out loud.
Yeah.
And everybody else would have heard that, but it was in lizard folk or dragonborn. So those familiar with dragonborn would understand what was said.
That was really nice, Boudreaux.
Thank you.
Emily looks at him kind of suspiciously like,
Where did
you're
that come
acting
from?
really weird, Boudreaux.
He gives you this big grin,
She kind of shies away okay, whatever. Let's get moving.
And then when Boudreaux glances around to continue walking, gives kind of a quick look past Fenrir, and it's a Fenrir look. Just kidding. I said it wrong. This look of oh hi, oh yeah, hi, and then past Tick and just kind of anger looks at Henley, and then he keeps walking.
Well, we might be able to make it to Mapleshire if we hurry.
I think that's a good plan.
I also think that's
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
we
Hi,
got
Evan.
Hey guys, still here.
Still here.
Still alive.
Partially.
If we don't make it to Mapleshire by that night, I have something I want to do.
Okay, yeah, you guys could push through the night to get there. That is your choice, whether you want to arrive there with daylight or not.
I would say that we would probably not push all the way through the night, but still go into the night pretty decent.
But away from the forest about an hour.
Yes, thank you for
Like we
letting me know.
zigzag.
That's was established last time. Yes, to remind the listeners, they traveling near the forest line, but when it's time to rest, break, nap, they travel away from the forest line. Okay, it is now evening. You guys probably pushed, let's say, 11 o'clock, midnight. You guys are starting to smell
Tell me,
certain
what do I
crops.
smell?
Certain crops, maybe some fire, some smoke.
What kind of wood is in that fire?
Oak,
Pine, because it's the half pine forest.
lots of pine. But you guys get ready to rest.
And cedar, because it's only half pine.
Is there anything you would like to do during this evening, or
Henley,
So, real fast. I'm so sorry. Tonight, Boudreaux does not make food for everyone, but rather takes out some of his rations and eats on his bed and then goes to sleep.
Okay.
Well, when it's time to sleep.
So I'm just gonna say, you got done screwed up if Boudreaux's not making food for you.
I like the subtleness. I like it.
Some jerky.
Pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yeah, okay. That is what I thought you meant, but I was like, is that what he meant?
Mm-hmm.
Confusion?
No jerky for the jerks. Okay, Henley, you wanted to do something?
well, first, she looks at Boudreaux and I want to talk about this. Why did you not make food?
Oh, what is dumb?
Especially because, I made some rabbit stew and you didn't even eat with us.
I just really want, these rations you got us. They've been tasting real good.
Yeah, but I thought we got those for lunch.
What? They taste real good, so I want some now.
Why do you hate my food so much?
Boudreaux looks a little surprised. Wait, why would I hate your food?
You make fun of my mashed potatoes.
Did you just call them mashed potatoes?
That's what I heard.
They are ash potatoes.
That's what they're called. Ash potatoes. You cook them in the ashes.
And they taste like... And he puts out
You
his...
don't eat the outside.
But the skin tastes great! When you cook them, right?
See? And why are you distancing yourself from the group?
He is quiet for a moment. Turns more towards you instead of just looking at you. Because there's been a lot of death. And there's been a lot of anger.
Okay.
And I'd like to be out of it. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. And she thinks about what he said and is like, yeah, we've all been angry and yeah. All right. You need some alone time? Okay. And then, let me count my words here. I'm going to do a sending arrow to your links.
Ooh.
25 on the dot. Okay. So she pulls out her bow and thinks about the message, and like an ethereal arrow cuts through, and this is what it says. We came across the lioness. She tried to fool us. I'm sorry, but she was killed. I'm sorry. I will show you her grave.
On that, you don't get any reply.
Do I sense that it went through, though?
Is that part of it? You get a sense if it went through or
I
not?
think so. Let me look. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
So it doesn't say any indication that you get a sense that it's there. Go ahead and roll me a D100 for your 5% chance.
A disadvantage.
And hold on. What 5% are you taking?
I want the 95 to 100.
Okay. And
to
this
be
is
the percent that it doesn't work. To
correct.
be clear.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. 23.
Okay.
She did that because she knows she rolls low.
So you do
I did, in fact.
Played your strengths, Abby.
you do get a sense that it goes through, but you do not get a response.
She will send another arrow. I apologize again. She was an assassin sent by the Duke and Lordak. We tried to talk to her. I'm sorry for your loss. Respond.
Roll me again.
Same conditions.
'Kay. Same numbers.
24.
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
consistent.
And no response.
So, while this whole thing is going on, Tick wants to pick the most inopportune time, probably when Fenny is almost into trance,
Okay.
That's fair.
to plop down and go, Fenny, why's Boudreaux mad at us? Okay.
He is a shaman of life, if I remember correctly. And so, because of that, when death happens, he would prefer it to be life. And because of that, he just takes death really hard. He would rather people live, and rightfully so. Like, he wants to live, but you know, sometimes you do what has to be done. And I was sitting there thinking of doing the same thing of what you did.
Somebody's gotta be the bad guy. I was already the bad guy. And I did it because... what was she gonna do other than hurt us? You know what Henley hurt? Henley's special to you guys. And you're special to me. So, unfortunately, Henley is special to me because of that.
Right. Like,
And anybody who is willing to help Lordak is not an okay person, even if that means that your Lynx will be mad at me when he finds out that I did it because of what she said.
right. Do you think maybe we should rethink the whole revenge thing? Because isn't that what the lioness was after?
Revenge? Yeah, but in a different way. I don't think... Okay, you should not go into the forest, remember. No going into the forest because you're not supposed to. Well, I mean, I's not supposed to. I's not supposed to. But... you's gonna be... a scarecrow thing if you don't, right?
It's true.
So instead of doing it for revenge, would Roscoe go in to save you? What would Roscoe do? He'd do it to save you. You do it to save you and to save all those other people that the hags would be hurting. Not because they killed Roscoe. Right?
You're right.
You do it to save the people. That's why I do it to save the people. I do it to save Henley. I do it to save your links. I do it to save all the other people. So
Right.
you do the bad thing, or you do the hard thing, not for revenge and not because you're mad about it. You do it because it's the hard, good thing you need to do.
That's true.
So no, you don't do it for revenge. You give up the revenge. You still be mad. You still be sad. And you still be hurt. It's okay to hurt. But it's not okay to take life and try and that be the only reason you do something. That's why goblins in the mess that there isn't half the time. Or because you get greedy and you want too much and it's never enough.
You make good points, Tick.
Sorry to the keep you waking. You're trying to sleep. I
No,
should let you
that's-
sleep.
That's okay. I think I'll sleep better now.
I'll keep watching you, Fenrir. Nothing bad happened right now.
Not yet. And he'll rub his chest.
You keep watching your head, and I keep watch out here while you sleep.
Alright. Wake me up when I need to take my watch.
Okay.
What is the watch system tonight?
Henley will take first watch.
Will Henley let Tick take a watch?
Yes. She'll let Tick take a watch.
Tick will probably take. I don't think she'd let him take right after. Second.
Delvin will take one too.
Yeah, so if Delvin wants, you want to do first, Delvin can do second,
I'll do third.
third, and then Benner will do last.
As Boudreaux, like right before he's like, so he lays down,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna meditate. You know when you're saying like a prayer and then you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing that. And so I'm pretty sure if Quackheck is there, he'd be like meditating and then he just slowly fades out.
'Kay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. It is morning. You guys just gonna get up and get going?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No breakfast.
Okay, Boudreaux doesn't make breakfast.
I want to go over and apologize to Boudreaux if I hurt his feelings because of what Fenrir said last night.
Henley makes porridge, and it isn't as good as Boudreaux's.
Bland.
She tries.
It tastes like water and wood, which is what
Oh,
oats
excuse
are.
me?
Well, why did Boudreaux didn't say that out loud? Boudreaux didn't eat
That's
it.
just what everybody else was tasting.
It tastes like honey,
Oh.
but not enough. Because Henley's probably stingy.
Absolutely.
Rationing.
Rationing. Yeah.
Okay. Does Boudreaux do anything with the apology?
I just walk over and say,
Hey, Boudreaux.
Mm.
I'm sorry if I hurt you yesterday with what I did. Fenrir says that what's the best word? You want life as much as you can. Maybe it's because I didn't say why I did it, but I'm sorry if what I did hurt you. I still think that I would still do it because of why I did it. But I don't want you to be mad at me and hate me and think I was a bad person because I did it. It's not easy, but I think that was the best thing to do to save us, to save Henley, to punish Lordak, and to save, I don't know how many of those people she's gonna hurt.
You can see Boudreaux softens up a little bit, but he doesn't open up to you. It's like he almost is going to, but Boudreaux reaches inside himself and goes, like, he doesn't say it, but he's like, what do you think?
Goblins do not feel sorrow for killing.
Boudreaux speaking to Tick. I understand things like this could be hard for you. And he just kind of continues cleaning up his stuff.
That is never easy. It is hard. And I'm sorry if that hurts you. And I remember the first time I had to take a life. And I see that person every time I sleep. And I'm sorry for them too.
And I'll go and clean up my bedroll and go help pick up anything else.
Boudreaux, as you're cleaning up, you're starting to put stuff in there, and your hand, as you're like putting your bed roll inside of your bag, your hand passes something. Something kind of rough. And as you like kind of grab it, it almost fits inside your hand.
Oh no.
And you pull it out, and it's a blue potato.
Boudreaux throws it! And you just hear him go, ah!
Who's on watch?
It's morning.
Oh, right. Boudreaux?
Is the potato away from me now?
Yeah, it's away from you.
Once again, the backward crab walk.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, as he's like pointing towards it.
Henley walks over to it. Oh. And tears come to her eyes a little bit.
Do you grab it?
Have I said I grab it yet?
Did you grab it?
Tick will walk over and pick it up.
I say, Fenrir's
No,
walking
won't
over to
let her
pick it
answer
up.
the question.
No, she doesn't.
She has not picked it up. She just sees it
Okay.
and is tearing up a little.
Okay. Go ahead, Tick. I'm
Tick will
ready.
walk over and grab it and say,
It's a potato. Oh, Henley, why are you crying?
and then he'll like go to put his hand on her and then be like,
She kicks him.
no,
Hesitation.
let me finish.
Okay.
Go to put his, and then be like, oh wait, she hates me still. And I am not necessarily fond of her, but I don't hate her. I do hate her.
You know, I'm sorry that this potato made you cry. Do you want me to get rid of it?
Yes! Get rid of it!
Just go show Fenrir.
Okay.
Instead of showing Fenrir, because I want to drop it in his pack because I think that he sees me do it, but he probably doesn't actually see me do it.
Well, Fenrir heard the commotion.
Yeah, I probably heard the commotion, so
So
I would
would you
probably
actually-
see you go pick it up because if you weren't
Okay.
going to, I was. So
Okay, so I'll just drop it in your bag then.
if you're, if that's where you put it, you'll just see, as you do that, you just see a slight like smirk smile across his face.
And then I shake my head and go,
You guys are weird about potatoes.
And he'll just say, "That's a story for another time."
Team
He'll start picking things up to get on the move.
Devin, do you think this weird about potatoes?
I'll fill you in on the way. And as we're walking, he will reiterate the story of the blue potato with about Roscoe and Boudreaux and kind of the joke behind it and some of the superstitions that Boudreaux has about the blue potato.
and as you are telling the story, Tick laughs hysterically at some points this time and shakes his head and says,
That's so dumb.
And Boudreaux is also like shaking Like when you're like shaking something off, kind of like a dog or like a spider was on you.
Okay.
And he's just like, and then he just keeps going.
Henley's just introspective, thinking about Roscoe while leading the way to Mapleshire.
Okay.
Welcome to Tomes of the Chaos Bard Mid-Show Break. I am Rupert Bumpkin. Thank you for listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. If you wish to support us, visit us on ko-fi.com/Tomes of the Chaos Bard, where you may become a member of our Ko-Fi. There, you can receive special content, such as post shows, DM deep dives, and exclusive merchandise, such as t-shirts and keychains. There, you may also donate to the Feed the Cast funds, a special way to thank them by buying them dinner for the night. Yum, yum! Other ways you can support us is by sharing us with your friends and family and on social media. Spreading the word about the Tomes of the Chaos Bard is a huge help, and we thank you for your help. Another way you can support us is through 5-star reviews. And with every 5-star review, Solemn the Chaos Bard will give you a shout-out on our Solemn's columns. So stay tuned for those. That is all, folks, and back to the show.
You guys are about 10 miles outside of Mapleshire.
Okay, also, guys, we made it!
No, we're still 10 miles out, Abby.
Not there yet. So, like 10 miles outside the fields and farms of Mapleshire.
This could take us through more episodes.
3 more. Here we go. And we're recording them all tonight.
Yay.
No, just kidding. There is a row of scarecrows of various sizes and shapes on wooden poles. The line of scarecrows are about 5 miles apart and run far into the distance and along the tree line. There are fields and fields as far as the eye can see. Corn, wheat, onions, potatoes, peas, cabbages, carrot, cucumbers, and much more. You see halflings on strange metal contraptions with puffs of steam coming out of its back, where large water tanks are on the back. You see carts full of water and coal. You see some halflings throwing coals in baskets below the water tanks, as others put water inside the tanks. The closer you get to the township of Mapleshire, you see animal pens full of cows, goats, sheep, and pigs. As a matter of fact, the majority of the pens are pigs. It isn't well known, but Mapleshire is a very respectable hog farming community. Welcome to Mapleshire.
See, we did. We made it.
As you guys continue in, you also see like these, it almost looks like rolling mounds everywhere, right? As you guys get closer, and a lot of these places have doors in front of them, and that the plants, the crops, a lot of them are on top of these mounds where these crops are grown. As you get in, as I said, as you go in towards the center of town, there are wood buildings. And you see a lot of the halflings, a lot of them are kind of giving you weird looks. They're kind of keeping distance away from you. There is one particular building that seems taller and kind of stands out from all the other buildings. Seems to be a little nicer. Seems to be, the roads are just dirt roads. There's little wagons everywhere. And it seems like there is a couple wagons that are being filled up with food. All different types of crops in these carts. Almost seems like they're getting ready to send them away. Packing them up in crates and getting them ready to go. What would you guys like to do?
First, did you guys see all those scarecrows? That's a lot of scarecrows.
Yes, it is. I couldn't help but wonder who they were.
Yeah.
But that means someone has to know about Wicklinick.
Gotta know. He's the one that sells them.
Right.
Maybe we go to that bigger building?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you guys later then. And I make sure that my mask is on tight, my hood is up, like tuck my ears in if I can a little bit.
Does anyone recognize Henley's ranger uniform?
Before we get to that, Tick, are you wandering off or are you just keeping low?
I'm just keeping low.
Okay, staying with the group, just kind of staying in the shadow of the group, you could say. Okay. There are many of them that do recognize your ranger uniform, but everybody's kind of keeping their distance. Because here comes a couple humans, a wood elf, a dwarf, some other creature, some horses, an orc, a rock gnome. Kind of a strange group coming into town.
And I think we might look a little dirty and bloody.
Worn, very worn.
Boudreaux
group.
looks dirty. What?
Huh? There is baths here if you want to take advantage of that.
Oh, a bath? I thought you said bats. I was like, yes, I would like a bat as a pet. Thank you.
Do we pass by the workers that are loading the wagon?
Yes.
Do they shy away if we approach them?
Don't shy away, but you can tell they do not want to talk to you.
Henley's gonna try anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this shipment of food going?
What concern is it of yours?
Curious.
There's been lots of strange folk coming in these days.
Is it to Avalon?
Matter of fact, yes, it is going to Avalon.
Insight check.
Roll it.
I was like, I dare you.
I know we're never gonna make it.
17.
Okay. You don't see a reason why he would be lying to you,
Okay.
so it seems to be legit.
Okay.
Hey, wait. From asking them about the people we're supposed to meet here and about Roscoe's family.
Are there any other weird folk in town?
Yeah, a few weird folk have been coming into town. Like, there's another one of his kind. He kind of points up.
Where are they?
They're over in the kind of little makeshift tavern because of everybody's coming here.
Thank you.
Wait.
A few more humans and an elf, and there's been a lot of strange people here recently.
An elf. Hey, Finny, is that the girl that you said that you like?
Hanley will give him a copper and thank you for your time and walk off.
What about Roscoe's family?
Fenrir has one. Yeah, Fenrir has one other. Do you know where Roscoe Thorngate's family is?
The Thorngates.
Yes.
Yeah, they just live just right north of here.
Thank you.
They have one of the biggest hog farms here.
Just north of here. Is there any signs that we could get to their house?
Well, there'll be a large pens of pigs, but they also have a makeshift. They are in charge of like the drying of the herbs around here
Okay.
and taking care of them. So they'll have like a big oven dryer type idea outside their house.
Sweet.
Henley will whisper into Fenrir's ear, we could just look for our horses.
True. Thank you. And you can kind of see he gets like a sad face as he walks away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you off to the tavern place, or are we off to the big building? There was
Which
two.
one comes first?
The inn is definitely first.
The inn.
I don't know.
We go to the inn, tavern place.
We go to the whichever's first, the inn.
Okay, where the guy pointed where the strange.
It's an inn, it's
Creature.
a merry old inn.
Okay, so you guys wander in. This place doesn't even have a name.
We wandered in the inn.
In the inn.
Okay, just making sure.
Wandering.
Her jokes are funny.
And
Honk,
so
honk.
this place seems to be accommodating for the bigger folk. So the roofs are a little taller. It's just a one-level place. But for a halfling, you could have made it a two-level place.
Do you think we could make it, level up?
You
Fish.
lose a level. So yeah, you guys walk in there, and you do see some familiar faces. You do see the company of Ivan, and also you see the company of Godfrey in there as well. However, there is one character that to some of you seem very familiar, and you didn't really expect to see him again. This man is sitting next to Ivan. He is a very large man.
Is it Colin? No, it's Colin's brother.
Very well
Not
built,
Bromstrom.
in dirty but well kept clothes,
My kind of human.
with a dark brown hair and a thick black beard.
Wait.
Delvin leans in close next to Henley and says, "I thought you said Desmond was dead."
We thought he was dead. Cloth does.
And
We just heard he was.
And who is that he's talking to? He looks familiar.
His name is Ivan. He's a bounty hunter.
No. That's not Ivan. You just see him. He's almost kind of tearing up a little bit. He's like, I need to go.
Doesn't know what's
wait,
wrong.
wait. She like gently grabs his elbow. Who is it? Who do you think it is?
That's Jacarius, the Lost Prince.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Well, then you need to go talk to him.
No, I am not ready to talk to him. I have much to do before I can see him again.
Why? You.
I have to go.
Can we meet you at Roscoe's?
I'll just be. I just need to go. And he walks out the door.
I'll go with him. This crowd doesn't look like they would probably like me anyways.
They'll hang you up on the wall.
Okay, Tick follows Delvin then.
Yep.
Okay.
The moment Boudreaux sees them, he looks.
Who?
The
Godfrey?
Godfrey's people? Or just everybody in general?
Ivan's group.
Okay. I
And-
wanted to know which group you're talking to. They're there, but they're not all together.
So there's Ivan's group.
'Kay.
And then there's Godfrey's group,
Yes.
which is my friends.
Those are the ones that knew Posh.
Okay. I changed my mind. So I see Ivan's group,
Yes.
but
And Stumpy is there as well.
yes, which Boudreaux smiles very big, and he looks towards Stumpy, and then he looks toward Godfrey's group, and he's just like, and I think he's just a little, yeah,
His brain goes sizzle, 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 and doesn't know who to choose.
yes.
And as you guys come through the door, you do see a lot of the eyes turn towards you. And Godfrey with his big... It's almost like at the same time Stumpy sees you, Godfrey sees you, and like in unison, but they call you different names, right?
Yeah. Wait, they do.
Yeah.
Because Godfrey calls you
Oh.
Swampy!
That's
And Stumpy says, Boudreaux! Like at the same time, and then they like look at each other like... The finger gun's like, huh?
And then he just goes, and he like smiles super big at Stumpy, as in like, hey! And then runs over to Godfrey and just like jumps in his arms like a little kid.
Okay. Oh, Swampy, how's it going? I didn't expect you to be up here so quick.
I just, oh my goodness, and he starts crying.
Okay. It's like, oh, Swampy, come here. Come have a drink.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to drink.
But it'll help calm the nerves.
No, I did that once. I would prefer to have some,
Well, it doesn't have to be alcoholic. No alcohol, just maybe some
What else is there?
Juice,
they got
milk.
grape juice. They have corn juice, or not corn juice, carrot juice.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Carrot
Corn
juice.
juice. Actually, that might be kind of good.
It's sweet and golden.
They make a lot of different juices here because of the variety of vegetables around here.
They make a perfect peach lemonade.
Very, very good.
Well, I guess I just Stumpy, what do you think I should get, huh?
Well, I see. Everything's pretty good around here.
What do we got?
I would try out that corn juice. That corn juice. Good stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Hey, you!
Yes, and like this, you can tell that this little halfling is just tired of all the newcomers. Just exhausted.
She pulled the short straw.
He has to take care of all these new people.
Was it a pun, Abby?
No, but yes.
Yes, how can I help you?
Corn juice. I need corn juice. Something that they said it calmed the nerve.
Yeah, sure. It'll take me a minute to make more, but I can definitely do that.
Oh, what do you got?
No, you are guests, so please have a seat, and I will get it to you as soon as I can.
Well, I mean, and she walks away.
Yep, she walks away.
All right.
Don't mind her. She's just a little frazzled. It looks like.
I'm so happy.
I can tell. It looked like you were going to pass out there. But I see that you got the rest of your party here.
Yeah, well.
So as this conversation's going on, Fenrir, a very familiar wood elf, approaches you. It's about time you got here.
Right? About time indeed.
I was hoping that you'd get our message at High Ridge.
We did. And we have sad news. We lost our leader.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But
As she rubs his back.
Oh yeah, she's getting in close. Comforting.
Mm-hmm.
he will welcome the comfort. What are next steps? Our plans are to bury Roscoe.
Oh, yeah, we carried a dead body over here.
Yep.
He's probably outside with Delvin on a horse.
It's wrapped up in blankets and stuff like that, yeah.
Nice.
We should
Yeah, he's not just out there displaying. He's covered up.
No, but that's definitely how I pictured him when I laughed.
Prop him up on the
It's
horse.
an awkward laugh.
We just make him look like he's still.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Rewind. Yes, I really do have more information, but you need to take care of what you need to do before.
I mean, what information do you have?
Well, we can get with Ivan and Godfrey. We can have a discussion.
Sounds good.
Does anybody else do anything?
Quick question. What
Yes.
was Delvin's last name?
Ryan.
Right.
so. Delvin.
Okay, jump into Delvin and Tick. So Delvin is kind of like almost walking out of town.
I will be walking very briskly to keep up with him.
Okay.
So, not ready to see those people in there?
Well, at first, I was told that Desmond Clothlin was dead, and yet he's there. And then this Ivan is not Ivan, but the lost prince of Dengal, who I never thought I'd see again. Why is he just here? And I'm just not ready to meet him. He wanted me to achieve certain things, and I haven't achieved them, so I don't want to meet him yet. I'm in no condition to meet him. I am not worthy to be in his presence.
So you feel like a failure and you're not good enough.
It's not a matter of feeling like a failure. It is because I am one.
I don't know, you just kept yourself alive. And, relatively good health, right?
Yeah.
So you could try and do things again when you're ready.
Well, and the sword and shield that he gave me are now not usable anymore.
But you still have the parts that were special. And you got new weapons, so you can do new things with them, right?
But they are not the ones he gave me.
Correct. So yes, not the ones he gave you, but that's okay. It is okay that you're not ready. As for the other guy, if it really is him, and not just somebody pretending to be him, that's a better thing, right? That's part of why what Roscoe was trying to do, I think. I don't really know. I wasn't there. But that's not a bad thing, and you can ask him about it, because maybe you're not ready to face your lost prince, but maybe you're ready to talk to the other one and see why.
I just need time to think things through.
Okay, you take the time to think. Tick will be here with you, because I will be dead in there.
That's fine. You just see he's just very preoccupied.
But can you maybe slow it down a little bit? My legs are littler than yours.
I apologize.
Okay, that's okay. Where do we find some place to sit and think? Sitting and thinking is usually better than running and thinking, because then you're just running away from your problems.
You do have a point. You're very different from other goblins.
Well, yeah, that happens when you grow up with Finny. I didn't grow up with it. I wasn't a baby with goblins. It was just came at them because I am a goblin. Elves are, even though they're mean, they think higher than some other things because they're treated higher than some other things.
I think I understand.
So let us sit. Maybe not in the middle of the road. Let us find a spot to sit and we think.
Let us sit and have a think.
Not a run and think, because you're just running away.
Think.
Think.
Winnie the
Okay.
Pooh.
You guys go off and find a little spot to think. You're kind of looking out into the fields. Okay. The tavern group. It seems like there's going to be a big meeting here between the minds of the newcomers, but we will get to that next time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Big shout out to D.A. Nichols for writing our songs and music for this podcast, like the one you're listening to now. If you want to go support her and show her some love, go check out her TTRPG at drivethrurpg.com. Shields of Power is that TTRPG. Also, thank you to Coltrane Compositions for remastering our theme song here. If you want to add more music to your table, check out his stuff at coltranecompositions.com. Thank you to Realmwalker, freesound.org, Monument Studios, and Tabletop Audio for additional songs and music. And thank you, Kill 'Em Dead, for doing a Feed the Cast for tonight's meal. And if you guys would like to support us on the Feed the Cast or write Boudreaux a note or anything, go support us at ko-fi.com/Tomes of the Chaos Bard. I am DM Dave, and to the right I have
Fenrir.
Tick.
Boudreaux.
And Henley.
And until next time, we unroll the scroll to tell the tale. Bye! Speak up over there.
27, 37, 47, 57, 67.
67.
I'm just making things complicated.
I'm like, I don't know how that works.
So if you roll a 37 or a 47 or a 57 or a 67 or a 77, it doesn't go through.
There's no thing that says it has to be
I'll
like.
cut that. Keep my mouth shut. Just go back to your
Add it
question.
to the bloopers.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I'll add to the bloopers.
They're dying.
Oh, chickens are making some weird noises out there.
That's what I'm saying. They're dying.
No, they're probably
The chickens are the ones getting the arrows, and they're trying to read it.
it's more like it's getting close to springtime, if
Yeah.
you get my drift. But anyway,
Um,
maybe cut that out and put it in the blooper.